Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Has it at the 11. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 220, go.
Trying the right side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go.
Fields with a chance to run it here. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st down from the 42.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Offense in a hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Fields. Bowled in by the rookie out of Texas Tech. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Completed to his running back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Hey, on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go, sit up.
Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Offense up to the line fast.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to the well again. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Saints take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Dart starting with a pass here. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Looking quickly here.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, here's Dart. It's Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions finish off their opening drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Receiver in motion, going left.
Green 19, Justin Hunt. Set out.
Running it now out of the gun. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
And the Saints.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. It is cut left side. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offensive line fast. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He rolls to his right. That's incomplete on second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, we really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here we go.
Fields on third. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they get about 5 on that first down as he's sent out of bounds. So 5 still to go now on second.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 8 on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
Good for a Lions first down.
Another one for Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On play action with Dart. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. And he's the one driving it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Unlock Ryan, unlock Ryan.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Jack Fox.
The Lions ready for the punt. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 13-point lead. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You're playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
This return starts at the 5. Escapes a defender. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, go check, bring it. Roll. Traveler. 60 Maverick.
Darts out of the shotgun. Downfield, and Tislaw has it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Gibbs. Rolling into enemy territory. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So that's our 2-minute warning, Brock. 1:57 left on the scoreboard. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. So 1st down from the 41.
Set. 68, go.
Darts looking to throw. Downfield, this fine, safe ground. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a 29-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Check. Head to 60. Head to 60. Dragon 60. Ready. 60 back. Check smash. Check smash. Check. 18. Pioneer. Check go.
From the red zone on 1st. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Lions make it a one-score game before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty.
Here we go. 321. Hey, set.
Fields out of the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That was Tyleek Williams in on the play. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Design quarterback run here. Makes a cut to the right sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Fields gets it out wide quick. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half. For the extra point, here's Smith. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. Here's the final play of our first half.
18 Cardinal, 18. Check, check. Smash, smash. Roll, roll, roll. Chap 60, chap 60. Ready, ready.
He'll throw it. As the open man downfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
18 Randall. Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. Ready.
Darts back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 16-yard line.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Your start now. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You can know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
They give it to him again. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another carry for him. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Set, ready, go. Drop low, 80. 70 range, 70 range. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Escapes the pocket. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for the Lions. 1st down.
18 Rodman.
on 1st and 10. Here's Dart. He puts some juice on a deep throw down into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Justin Reed has the INT, and the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also...
Space on the right. He's got room. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. For the extra point, here's Smith. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19, cup 19, cup 19. Set go.
From the gun, here's Dart. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Throwing deep towards the end zone. He's got it inside the 10. That one hits for 30. And that will set up 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Panther 6. Go.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kicker on for the point after.
And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Here's the long back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Checks it down to Gibbs. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him 37 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
19 Lions.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
60 Bison. Trap 60. Trap 60. Mustang 19.
Now Dart. Finds Hyatt. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Dart. That one connects. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys.
And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So Dart in this offense getting set to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down. A give now from the gun. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The pickup of 17. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go, son.
pass here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. Shotgun snap to Fields. Going deep here for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Now they send their back in motion right. Fields now, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Up. Hey, West.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
For the extra point, here's Smith. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 28.
Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Bison, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions, Buffalo 18. Ready.
To throw, here's Dart. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
51 yards, the gain on the play. And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions get it back to a 14-point game.
49. Lions 35.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's got the squibber. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting that special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on the short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Fields gets it out wide quick. He's across the 20, still going. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Upping the pace here as the clock continues to run.
Ready, ready.
Here's a design run. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Saints make it a 3-score game in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense in a hurry up here.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Back to Gibbs now on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up third and 12.
They'll throw third and long. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Offense up to the line fast.
An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Check, check. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hut, hut.
One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by Iona Saker. And the Saints make one of their best plays in the end. Coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So this a win on the road for the Saints. One down, a whole lot more wins to go, Brock. But hey, victors to begin this regular season.
Yeah, I think it's both these guys go across the field and shake hands with one another. They do know, Kate, to your point, it is a long year. But what this does is it pays off your training camp. It does instill some confidence. He did all the right things through July and August to kick the season off.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.